Some people stay unshaken, no matter what chaos the world hurls at them. Insults come their way, plans collapse, setbacks strike repeatedly, yet they stand still as if untouched by the storm. What secret do they hold that you haven't grasped? Most people navigate life reacting to every event. Someone cuts them off in traffic. Immediate anger. A co-worker makes a snide comment. Their mood crumbles. A stranger shoots them an odd glance. Self-doubt sneaks in. But imagine breaking free from all that. What if no person, no circumstance, no external force could ever sway you again? Carl Jung believed most are captives of their own reactions. They feel the world acts against them. But in truth, they're mirrors reflecting what they haven't mastered within. Here's the reality. Nothing can touch you unless it finds something inside you to latch onto. If someone calls you foolish and anger rises, it's because part of you fears it's true. If being ignored stings, it's because you still crave external validation. This explains why two people facing the same event react so differently. It's never about what occurs. It's about what's stirring inside you. This is shadow work. Making the unconscious conscious, realizing every irritation, frustration, or emotional trigger is a signal from within. Most flee these triggers, try to mute them, ignore them, or blame the world for their feelings. But those who awaken discover something profound. The external world merely reflects your inner state. Once you grasp this, you unlock a powerful ability to shape your reality by mastering yourself. Yet, most resist this truth. It's simpler to blame their boss, their ex, their situation, or bad luck for their pain than to admit they're giving everything power over them. For those willing to dig deeper, to stop pointing fingers and start observing, a new level of freedom emerges. The best part? When you stop reacting, you stop being controlled. You don't need to dodge toxic people or manipulate outcomes. You become immune, not detached, not numb, but utterly untouchable. Most spend their lives trying to control what was never theirs to command. They want approval, predictability, everything to align with their desires. When it doesn't, they suffer. Disrespect sparks anger. Betrayal stings when plans unravel, and they take it all personally, as if the universe targets them for torment. But here's the truth. Nothing is truly under your control except your perception. Jung saw what few do. The world is neutral, neither kind nor cruel, good nor bad. It simply is. Your filter alone makes it seem positive or negative. Consider this. Two people endure the same ordeal, a breakup, a financial hit, a failure. One spirals into despair, convinced all is lost. The other views it as a lesson, a chance to grow, a step toward better. The difference? Their perception. Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will steer your life and you'll call it fate. As long as you're blind to the stories you tell yourself about people, success, your worth, you'll react blindly, thinking life happens to you, not because of you. Here's the twist. The more you try to control the outside world, the more it controls you. Needing respect gives others power over you. Needing an outcome to go your way lets it dominate you. Needing fairness sets you up for disappointment. But let go of this illusion and everything changes. You're free. Free from seeking approval. Free from fearing failure. Free from the exhausting chase to bend the world to your will. The truly untouchable aren't those who control everything. They're the ones who master themselves. They stay calm amid chaos, unshaken by insults, fearless in uncertainty. They know control is an illusion, and abandoning the chase makes them powerful. Paradoxically, when you stop needing things to go your way, they often do. Stop fearing judgment, and confidence grows naturally. Stop chasing success desperately, and opportunities flow effortlessly. Stop resisting life, and everything aligns. This isn't just philosophy, it's neuroscience. Cognitive psychology shows that obsessing over control creates resistance. This explains why those desperate for love push it away, why those terrified of failure sabotage themselves, why those clinging to control feel powerless. So, are you reacting to life, or are you mastering your perception? Once you see that nothing external holds power over you, life becomes a different game. Picture this. You're walking down the street, minding your business, When someone hurls an insult, calling you weak, foolish, or doomed to fail, pause. What stirs inside you? Most will get defensive or hurt, emotions hijacking them instantly. Their heart races, anger flares, or they replay the insult endlessly, fueling frustration. Now imagine a different response. Nothing. No reaction, no emotional surge, just a calm realization. It's not about me. This is what Stoics, Zen masters, and Jung understood. Nothing external can disturb you unless you allow it. Why do most get rattled? They're tied to a false self, a fragile construct built on validation, opinions, and attachment to outcomes. An insult isn't just words. It's a threat to their identity. Jung spoke of the shadow self, the hidden fears, insecurities, and wounds we avoid. When someone triggers us, they're not causing pain. They're exposing pain already there. Think about it. If you were truly at peace, an insult would mean nothing, like shouting at a mountain. It echoes back unanswered. So why do you react? If someone calls you a failure, does it sting because you fear it's true? If disrespect enrages you, is it because you crave recognition? If plans fail, do you spiral because you're attached to outcomes? The issue isn't the world, it's how you see yourself. True power lies not in silencing critics, avoiding problems, or controlling outcomes. It's in forging an unshakable mind, a mind that needs no validation, that stands firm against obstacles, that knows all control begins and ends with perception. This isn't just philosophy, it's psychological conditioning. Studies show emotional reactivity is a habit, with neural pathways reinforcing reactions, but you can rewire your brain. Through mindfulness, cognitive reframing, and embracing discomfort, you can train yourself to be less reactive. Insults lose their sting. Failures don't define you. Uncertainty stops scaring you. You become untouchable, not because the world changes, but because you do. How your subconscious shapes your reactions. Humans are strange. They think they react to the world, but they're reacting to themselves. Imagine someone insults you. The words cut like a blade. But pause, where's the pain? Not in the words, but in the meaning you give them, the wounds they touch, the stories buried in your subconscious. Jung said, everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. That's the harsh truth most avoid. Nothing external has power over you unless you grant it. Think of it as a mirror. If your reflection frowned, you wouldn't curse the mirror. You'd see it's just showing you. Yet when life reflects our emotions through people or events, we blame the mirror. We demand others change, point fingers, instead of seeing it's our inner world projected outward. Why do we give external things so much power? Attachment. When your identity ties to opinions, validation, or outcomes, you're at their mercy. But what if you stop playing that game? What if, instead of reacting, you observed? Detachment isn't about numbness. It's about becoming untouchable. You're not your emotions. You're the awareness behind them. Picture a storm. Lightning flashes, winds roar, but the sky above stays untouched. You are the sky, not the storm. The greatest power isn't controlling the world. It's mastering your perception. When you stop reacting, you shape reality itself. People sense it. They can't rattle you, manipulate you, or steal your peace. You own your energy. Practical ways to detach from negativity. So, how do you achieve this untouchable presence? It starts with a radical shift in awareness. Realizing you're not reacting to the world, but to your mind's interpretation of it. Two people face the same event. Someone bumps them on the street. One shrugs it off, moving on. The other stews in anger for hours. The event is identical, but the response hinges on perception. Jung often discussed the shadow self, the suppressed wounds, emotions, and fears that control us. Why do certain words sting? Why do some people get under our skin? They're touching parts we haven't faced. If someone can sway your emotions, they hold a piece of you that you haven't claimed. Becoming unshakable isn't about bearing emotions. It's about acknowledging them, stripping their power. Don't fight triggers. Study them. Don't blame others for your feelings. Ask, what part of me is this revealing? Picture a chessboard. Most play as pieces, reacting to every move, trapped in the game. True mastery is becoming the player, seeing the whole board, or better, the one watching from above anticipating every move. Emotional detachment isn't numbness, it's mastery. You don't ignore emotions. You understand them so deeply they lose control over you. You become the observer, not the prisoner of your reactions. The wild part? When you stop reacting, the world responds to you. You stop seeking validation, and others seek it from you. You stop engaging negativity, and it loses its hold. You stop being the world's puppet and become the one pulling the strings. The key is real-time self-awareness. In every moment, you have two choices: react blindly or observe consciously. Next time someone provokes you, catch that split second before reacting. Feel the trigger, but don't act. Just watch, like a scientist studying an experiment. That's the moment of power. How do you hone this skill until it's second nature? That's what we'll explore next. When you stop letting the world pull your strings, you reclaim control, master your reactions, and you master reality. If this struck a chord, leave a comment below. What's your biggest takeaway? Ready to dive deeper? Hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss what's next. See you in the next one.